welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Pour, and once again here on a Wednesday, the Wednesday before the start of the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Also, episode 699. Anthony, how are you?
I'm doing great, dude. Crazy to hear episode 699, that's for sure. But pumped to do some waste management, do some research this morning. Yeah, do the Wednesday before the Super Bowl.
And I know this is going to come off as slight, but I have to say, give you credit. I thought there was going to be some type of joke about episode 699. I literally was looking for it.
You're looking for it, dude.
I was. Come on, tell me that wouldn't be up your purview.
No, yeah, I guess it would be.
Yeah,
but obviously not as much as you think.
I believe Josh B's in the house.
Josh B's in the house. He comes in hot, obviously, early and often with the let's go, baby. Funny enough, 699, he says, with the eye emojis here. He goes, let's have a day. Literally looking for it. Knicks look okay. He says, don't like playing DD 40 minutes a game right now. We need to get healthy. Hashtag company JC, hashtag sports, hashtag DTV, dude.
Let's
so a little Knicks talk there, dude.
And if he could help us with this, because I just saw this quickly on Twitter last night. I guess Jalen Brunson twisted his ankle as well as Josh Hart. But I guess they were walking off their own power. But I just it was the end of the night. I was over Sam's and we were just watching the show. And I just happened to look at Twitter and I saw that. So I didn't know what the deal was. But you would hope, and based on what he's saying there, that it was just something minor. But obviously, I mean, the Knicks season lives and dies with Jalen Brunson.
Obviously, it's kind of tough, dude, if he is actually hurt.
Yeah.
9 hours ago.
Let's see if we
56 minutes ago.
Avoid severe ankle sprain. So let's see what this says. CBS Sports. Rolled his ankle without a limp or crutches. Left the arena. Okay. So, I mean, I think that'll be fine. I saw two
it seems like it.
DiVincenzo had 35. He's been going off.
Solid. Yeah, I've been hearing his name all night.
So I guess they dodged a bullet there. First toss in a while.
Bang, dude.
Easy. He never left without hitting the fan. Wow. Impressive.
Wow.
Wow. So a lot we're going to talk about today, but with the Waste Management Phoenix Open beginning tomorrow, we're going to do a full preview here. And this has been a mainstay on the PGA Tour. And believe it or not, Tony, just because I think it's just because of the logo and stuff, and you just think about it, it feels like a more modern event. This event actually started in 1932.
Wow.
So that is a long.
Who won 1932? Who won?
1932. Ralph Goodall
was
up. 1 under par.
Yeah.
But this is, has been always historically one of the most attended, events on the PGA Tour, in history. Single day attendance record was set in 2016 with 201,000 fans, which is obviously crazy. And also that week, 618,000. And obviously, when you think of the Waste Management Phoenix Open, you think about the par 3 16th hole, the stadium like atmosphere that they do there. 20,000 seats over one hole, and it's cool. Multiple times, I've been playing that course and seen them set up, and it's amazing that takes 5 months to build, and that they're doing it all by hand. I mean, it really is remarkable.
Kind of crazy,
and it's been pretty cool. To see the hole-in-ones. Remember Harry Higgs, the shirt off, all of that. But yeah, like I was saying the other day, it's just so cool to see a tournament, watch a tournament at a course that you've played before. And also, like I've said, I love the fact that it leads into the Super Bowl. It just makes for a great Super Bowl Sunday, golf all morning, and then kickoff. I mean, can't beat that. So just taking a look to, well, first yardage wise here, we're at 7,261. So you think about, Pebble being one of the shorter courses last week on the PGA Tour. So this is about 400 yards longer, and always, has played, to the player's strengths here. 72-hole scoring record was set all the way back in 2001, 28 under par by Mark Calcavecchia. Also, Phil Mickelson tied this record in 2013. And also, though, Calcavecchia set a record 32 birdies. So what a tournament he had back then. And if you look at the winners of this tournament, a lot of multiple time winners, a lot of big names. And we'll get into our power rankings, but I'm not spoiling any surprises here. This year, Scotty Scheffler is going to go for his third straight Waste Management Phoenix Open.
Wow.
He won last year at 19 under par, which was 2 strokes clear of Nick Taylor. He also won in 2022 at 16 under par in a playoff with Patrick Cantlay. And then Brooks Koepka's last PGA Tour win before moving to LIV in 2021, he was 19 under par, 1 stroke clear of Schauffele and Lee Kang-hoon. Webb Simpson in 2020 won at 17 under par in a playoff over Tony Finau. Ricky Fowler in 2019, 17 under par, and it was 2 strokes clear of Brandon Grace. Woodland won an 18 at 18 under par in a playoff. Matsuyama won 2016 and 2017. So he's a 2-time champ, 17 under par. Both years were in a playoff. Phil Mickelson won this tournament 3 times as well. And Brooks Koepka, that was his second, Phoenix Open win in 2021. So a lot of guys, have won multiple Phoenix Opens, also JB Holmes. And then way back when, and I saw there's a plaque out there on the course, which is pretty cool. And I feel like almost one of those things, Tony, where I don't think you would be that outraged just because you like Tiger. But back in the day, when he played this tournament, there was like some big rock in the way of his shot. And I don't know, like I'd have to really look it up, but they moved it. And there's like a plaque on the course that's the rock that they move. It's like something like ridiculous. Like, I don't know what the context was behind it, but kind of crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Kind of weird too. I mean,
look it up. Honestly.
Yeah,
we gotta look it up,
dude.
But it's just I've just never heard of such a thing.
Let's see. Tiger Woods. Oh yeah.
What's the background?
It looks like it's in front of it. Oh wait, maybe not. Tiger Woods rock moved by gallery during Phoenix Open 1999. You're saying what's the background in terms of why?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. A 1-ton boulder, a PGA Tour rules official, and a young Tiger Woods met up 25 years ago, Sonoran Desert, 13th hole TPC Scottsdale, 1999, whatever. Bizarre scenes in the history of professional golf. Apparently, a dozen men from the tournament gallery were bent over at the waist, straining their muscles to flip a massive boulder away from Woods' preferred line of flight. Witnesses, while seeing ruling, surprised the line with the official rules of golf, but may still feel it's unfair advantage for Woods. Was this just a picked up story? It was signed, whatever, no one cares. Okay, so Orlando Pope was the PGA Tour official at the time. On the golf course, we work in zones. Explained Pope, whatever. I pulled up my cart and asked what the situation. Tiger was pointing to his boulder and said that it's just lying there. I asked him, "What do you mean it's just lying there?" So the boulder is right in front of his rock, basically. It was a loose impediment. I've got to give him credit. Looking back, I would have never thought about asking for that ruling. Okay. So Tiger asked if he could move it, and the guy said yes. Tiger thought for a moment and then asked if he could have help. I responded, "You can have help, all the help you want." And at that point, everyone stood around to move. Everyone started moving this big boulder. Let's see. They pushed and pulled different angles. The rock didn't budge. The group straightened up, laughed, tried again. Dozens of guys tried. The successful team stepped aside as Tiger, outfitted in signature Sunday red shirt and black shots, took center stage again. And then I guess, yeah, Tiger shots, recovery, shot found the green side of the bunker, then blasted out of the sand, 3 feet converted a putt for a birdie.
Wow.
I guess basically the disparity where the ruling is, I guess if it's a loose impediment, you're allowed to have it moved. And I guess for whatever reason, I guess that PGA Tour official was like, yeah, sure, like a big boulder is a loose impediment, and people are arguing that it wasn't and it shouldn't have been moved.
Yeah, and it kind of feels like, because people are calling in rules violations. We saw what happened to Rory last week. Kind of feels like that wouldn't fly now.
Definitely not, I feel.
And speaking of fly, what is your thoughts on the fly over of the Waste Management? I know we've played it on 2K, but obviously a little different, seeing it this way.
So far it's freaking amazing, dude. Not gonna lie. The grass looks like beautiful.
Yeah,
dude.
it's always in perfect condition,
dude. Interesting. I feel like a lot of these greens almost look like bowls.
Yeah,
like where they're kind of like concaving a little bit,
and they're so fast. It's you could never complain about a green that we play on here ever again. I mean, it's not even close. Not even close. So
also, I feel like it's pretty long, right? You said how many yards total?
7,200. So you think
7,200?
I believe Gaynor Brennan is 5,800.
Wow.
So just imagine that another 1,400 yards.
Imagine that
1,400 yards. So I mean that's almost 3 par 5s additionally.
Yeah,
in the same amount of holes. And then also, so since TPC, this used to be at, I forgot, I have to look up what course it used to be at, but since it moved to TPC Scottsdale in 1987. There have been 11 aces on the par 3/16th, where the gallery is. Last one coming in 2022, Carlos Ortiz, a 9-iron, 178 yards. Also in 2022, Sam Ryder hit a sand wedge from 124 yards out, and that was the first ace there in 7 years since Molinari in 2015. So obviously we didn't have one last year. I mean, I know we've had a 7-year gap before, but you would think after having 2 in 2022, none last year, that we would get at least one this year. No?
Yeah, you would think, right?
Yeah. So
if you were a betting man, would you bet that they would get one?
Yeah, but you know what I mean? That's just one of those things that's like just gimmicky. You know what I mean? So it's just tough to bet that. What also is interesting, I believe this is the first event this year that was a designated event last year, not a designated event this year. So I'm almost positive this is like the first tournament in PGA Tour history that's purses went down the following year, and down a lot. $20 million purse last year, 88.
Oh, wow.
8.8 million this year. So the winner last year, 3.6, the winner this year, 1.58. Obviously, the winner's not complaining at 1.58, but it's just kind of interesting.
What's the deal with that? Why'd that happen?
I think the biggest thing is they know that this field is going to be strong, whether it's an elevated event or not. So, and I think they kind of switched it with Pebble Beach because they were having trouble getting the big names,
Oh, okay.
And I
That
think
makes
this
sense.
plays better with a full field versus a limited field.
Yeah.
You know? So hopefully they don't make it an elevated event again because people will keep coming out. So that being said, Tony, there's a lot of big names in this tournament. So let's just go over that. One guy that has always performed well here. I never has won, but has a great scoring average. So if you look at it since 2018, Justin Thomas has averaged 67.75 at TPC Scottsdale, which is obviously very good. So he's number one on the power rankings here. I don't know how you put him though over Scotty Scheffler. Winning it the last 2 years, and just a course that's playable, a talented golfer like Scotty Scheffler, you would think he would have no trouble navigating. So they have him number 2, Sam Burns at 3. And he's played pretty well recently, tied 6th at PGA West and a 10th place last week at Pebble. You got Max Homa. And he lives in Phoenix, originally from California, but lives in Phoenix. He's 5 for 5 in terms of making the cut here. And his scoring average is 68.9. You got Jordan Spieth. He's played well here as well. 4 top 10s and 7 tries. You got Byung-Yun An. And he's played pretty well here, 5 for 5 with cuts, scoring average 68.6. You got JT Poston. He's 4 or 5 at TPC Scottsdale, 2 top 25s. Sunjae Im. And he's perfect here. 4 starts, pair of top 10s, a tied 17th, scoring average of 68.38. You got Sahith Theegala. And this is the tournament, if you remember, on Full Swing, where he was leading, ended up fading down the stretch, finishing tied for 3rd. So obviously a place he wants to get some redemption. You look at Wyndham Clark, obviously coming off that 60 at Pebble, looking to carry forward that momentum. You also have Eric Cole, and he's been 4 or 5 in making cuts in 2024. And this is his debut at TPC Scottsdale. 2-time champion Hideki Matsuyama. And he's been, not playing his best golf, dealt with some neck injuries last year. But you would expect, of course, that he's familiar with it. He would have no problem having a good performance this week. Christian Besenhalt. And then the last guy they have listed here is Eric Van Rooyen. Oh, and Emiliano Grillo, one of our personal favorites. So, a lot of big names here. Full field, like I said. What do you got for me?
For me, dude, I don't know, man. I was thinking Justin Thomas coming into here. You said it in terms of how he's been doing, and recently, his first 2 tournaments of the season, he was tied top 6 or better. So he's been hot, starting off this season as well. So I think that's why maybe I guess PGA has him higher than Scotty Scheffler because obviously looking at Scotty, the three-peat, like you said, clearly knows this course, plays well on this course, and he's been certainly the model of consistency. And I think he'd be like the first person to three-peat since like 2009, I think, something like that.
I didn't know anybody had 3-peat.
No, not here, just in general. Across.
Right. Yeah, so the last person to win 3 would be Mickelson in 2013, but it wasn't 3 in a row.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, he won 2013, 2005, and 1996. So his were kind of spread out.
Oh, well, never mind then. But yeah, give me JT to win this one, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
Kind of chalkish, but I have to go with Scotty.
Scotty.
I mean, the track record's unbelievable. His performance just in general. I mean, it's just, we went through the logs from last year. Every tournament he just shows up, and then, you go to a place where he's had success in the past. And also, me, I'm a historian. I like seeing guys win multiple events, championships, this, that.
Oh, yeah.
And a guy like Scotty Scheffler, who I feel like has a lot of major victories ahead for him. I want to see him get the job done. Josh B getting riled. The football is back. So that's my pick to win. Now, what is your pick in terms of a sleeper?
My sleeper, dude, is this guy, Patton Kaziri.
I've heard of him.
You have heard of him?
Yes.
Am I saying his last name right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Thought so.
What's his deal?
So 37-year-old from Alabama, veteran on the tour, dude. Hasn't had a ton of wins, only 2 career wins since he's been on tour since 2008. So not a lot going on for him in right now, but I feel like, dude, because of his play off the tee, which has gotten exponentially better in the last few years, you can see him really drive the ball accurately, far. And I think that'll put him in a good position to maybe win here. And I know it's not pretty, but I think he was top 15 last week.
Oh, okay.
So double check actually. I'm pretty sure. PGA Tour. Oh, we got cut last week, but Sony top 13, dude. So it's there,
Mhm.
It's there. So give me that sleeper, couple
Let's go.
shekels plus money. What do you got?
Any guess on who my sleeper is?
Sahith Theegala.
No, but I do expect him to have a good performance, and I may have taken him in a head-to-head matchup the other day.
Really?
But a guy, the name,
Keegan Bradley.
No, remember the name? I think when I was away in Mexico, I commented and I spelled his name wrong, and you're like, who the heck is that?
Ashke Bahadia,
Yes.
dude.
Ashke Bahadia.
You said Ashley Bahadia.
Yes. See, this guy's paying attention.
Yeah.
So that's my sleeper, and you could just tell. I think he's 21 years old. I mean, the talent is immense. So you love to see that. And the last thing I was going to do here, and I believe this is due to the fact. So normally, this is an event that is televised, on the weekend anyway,
right,
by CBS Sports. But because they have the Super Bowl, this is an NBC coverage. So combined with a Golf Channel, and obviously, first round beginning tomorrow. So this is what we got here. I love how they says, oh, we're gonna give you the TV coverage, and then they just say what channel it's on, but they don't give the times. It's like, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
All right, we're gonna check this. This is the official website here. All right. So Thursday, 4 to 8 Golf Channel. Friday, 4 to 8 Golf Channel. And then Saturday, 2 o'clock on golf, and then 4 o'clock on so this is on CBS. What? Oh, this is You know what it is? I rushed it.
It's tough when you have to do that, dude.
I just looked this up yesterday too. All right, 1 second here. You have to put the year in, of course. Here we go. Golf.com. They're going to be a reputable source here, Tony.
Of course.
All right, here we go. All right. Thursday, 4 to 8 Golf Channel. Friday, 4 to 8 Golf Channel. 1 to 3 Saturday Golf Channel. 3 to 6 on NBC. Sunday, leading into the Super Bowl, 1 to 3 on golf and 3 to 6 on NBC.
Wow.
Super Bowl kicks off 6:30. So as Scotty Scheffler is hoisting his 3rd consecutive title at the Phoenix Open, Patrick Mahomes will be making his warm-up throws. So,
oh boy,
pretty nice though. Pretty nice.
That is pretty nice, dude. It's gonna be great for you.
Let's go. Can't wait to watch that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for golf. But let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Skip.
And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Too deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
And Matthew Gabriel in the building. Yes, let's go. Hey, Bonds, toss the ball. Yo, Josh Boy. Where's that man Kev Do? Let's go. What up, guys? There he is, Matty G. I'm here. And then he asked for the toss, Tony. Little like with it, like sitting here. I mean, it's a little tricky. Like almost a lefty would be better, but obviously lefty, I would expect to go right into. Is that called a tripod? What's that? The GVM?
The light stand.
Light stand. Don't you
Yes.
think the lefty throw would directly into
Probably
the light
like
stand?
right into it, dude. Absolutely.
And also Matthew Gabriel saying, "What it do,
Kev do."
So kind of interesting. Yesterday, baseball, a couple signings, but the thing that stood out to me, because we were talking about this yesterday, and I don't know if you saw this, but the mayor of Las Vegas says the A's should pitch a new plan to stay in Vegas, stay in Oakland instead of going to Las Vegas.
Why?
She said the team stadium plan does not make sense, and the A's ownership should go back to the drawing board and pitch a new plan in the Bay Area. And then she said, but then also she kind of backed it up a little bit, saying she was excited the prospect of Major League Baseball in her city. And then she said, she still wants them to go back to Oakland. But should that fail, Las Vegas has shown that it's a spectacular market for Major League sports franchises. What the heck is this?
Is she like hitting the sheesh? She drunk or something, dude?
Let's see. So I'm just reading this article further. Ballpark is planned for a 9-acre parcel on the Vegas Strip, and Goodman said the congestion makes the site less attractive than a larger site in North Las Vegas, which she proposed. However, the mayor and the city do not have jurisdiction over the Strip, which falls under the oversight of Clark County. She said there are a lot of questions whether that's going to fit. And also, A's owner John Fisher has drawn the ear of Las Vegas locals for failing to share revised artist renderings to show how it will be situated on the lot. His plan is to finish the park in time for the 2028 season and leave the Coliseum, which is the 5th oldest stadium in the major leagues, after the team's lease runs out this season, but they have yet to secure a facility for the interim 3 season. Plans to put $380 million of public financing towards the Las Vegas project are also being challenged legally. The A's really want to stay in Oakland. They want to be on the water, Goodman told Front Office Sports. They have that magnificent dream, and yet they can't get it done. She also continues to say, I think there's an appetite in Oakland. I run into people in Oakland all the time. They want to keep the team, and it's just the government up there. It costs money. I love the people from Oakland. I think they deserve to have their team.
What the hell does that mean?
Another thing here, Jorge Leon, president of Oakland 68's, a fan group, told the San Francisco Chronicle that Goodman's stance was a positive. I think it's a good thing. We're kind of surprised because we're used to politicians saying, come on down to our town, so it's a breath of fresh air. We've been advocating stopping relocation. When public money stops, I think relocation stops. I still think they're going to go there. But
I think they
it's
still
kind
will
of
too.
odd, and she doesn't have a leg to stand on.
She's got nothing to stand on, I feel. And,
Yeah.
But also, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe it is. I mean, any chance you think she's right and Oakland's cracked out?
Wait, say that again?
Like in terms of like how she said how the stadium proposed in the area they want to go is not going to be great for the city. She'd rather it's somewhere else, whatever she said, the upper, northern, whatever.
Yeah, northern part of the Strip.
Like you think that like what she says, like it kind of makes sense, and
No.
Oakland is just like kind of an idiotic organization.
No, I think what she's saying doesn't make sense because it's Las Vegas.
Right.
It's gonna be congested, and you're gonna put it farther away from the action. You want it
Right.
close to the Strip, so
Yeah.
that people that are going for the gambling trips,
Right.
the golf trips, they can easily go to
Mhm.
the A's game.
And she's certainly not helping herself with the like. I feel like she's just like saying one thing and then the opposite thing over and over again.
Well, I mean,
Well, I
she
don't
is-
really want them there, but I'd love to have them. They're great people, but I mean, I don't think we really want. But I mean, it's like all right, like
yeah, and also, I mean,
Vegas is great, but Oakland would love to have him still.
yeah, I mean,
Like, what are we talking about right now?
Matthew says she sounds like she might be on
On
drugs.
drugs, yeah.
Like, how's you been to, Madam Governor?
Yeah, she's been the mayor since 2011, by the way, dude.
Wow.
Isn't
Yeah.
there like how the hell is that?
Not all places have term limits, the this, the that.
And she doesn't control the Strip.
Yeah, yeah. But you have to say, in quoting you, Tony, I feel like this is a very precarious situation in all
Yeah.
seriousness, just because of what she just said. I mean, like we said, expecting it still to go through despite the challenges to the public funding. But the fact too that opening day is around the corner, and for next season they don't have a home, and there's been some talk about playing at Oracle Park. But how the hell would that work? Like they're just gonna play there every time. Like they're just gonna rotate home and away with the Giants, and I think why do the Giants want to do that?
No, they shouldn't.
And then Matthew says, Anthony looking spiffy in that button down. Look at you, my Apple Watch, brother.
Thank you, dude.
Turn on the walkie-talkie.
Dude. All right, I'm turning my walkie-talkie, dude. Did you know Apple Watches have this, Brian?
I was confused because I saw him talking Apple Watch, and I just didn't know what like the whole deal with that is. But I'm guessing it's because you have a walkie-talkie feature.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy.
I mean, it's pretty sweet, dude. Because like literally, if you're Yo Maddie, maybe he's not there.
Wow, that is
Yeah,
okay. That is
that
pretty
too.
cool. That is pretty cool.
Over and out, brother.
But yeah. So, but what's your prediction here, Tony? I mean, you think it ends up going through the Vegas move?
Yeah, I think it still does, dude.
Yeah. And then where do you think they play?
For the season?
No, for the 3 seasons.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. Who knows? For 3 seasons. Are they looking to do Oracle Park for 3 seasons or just this year now?
I think it
for
would
the
probably
3
be 3
seasons?
seasons.
I don't know, dude. I could see them playing at like some college stadium in the area.
Because the AAA park there is probably not, and it's outside too, so you get roasted. I mean, or just like figure it out with Oakland. Maybe.
Dunedin?
No, but right, just figure it out with the Coliseum.
I guess you could try. Yeah. You figure out with the Coliseum.
But yeah, I know. Like, I just don't think. I mean, the Raiders have moved out. I mean, I think there's a reason why they're moving from Oakland and that they're not going back there. Like, I think the government with the funding and all the money, it's spent on all giving the residents heroin instead of like helping the community. You know, so I don't think they're going back there. I don't think any team is going back.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So yeah, I was surprised to see that. Also, and something that I had anticipated, but there was no announcement or anything. But Clayton Kershaw, 1-year deal with the Dodgers. Financials not disclosed unless you saw them. But a player option for 2025, and they said creating the possibility that he could pitch in the same rotation as Shohei Ohtani next year. So I know, going back a little ways, he's definitely the injury bug has gotten Clayton Kershaw, but when he's out on the mound, he is tremendous.
Oh my God. Yeah. It still is at this age too.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like no one, I mean, we talked about it. He's never going to leave the Dodgers. Like,
no, it's Trout. It's Trout with the Angels.
Really
Same thing. Dude. But last year, 13-5, 2.46 ERA for his career. He's 210 and 92. That's a 695 winning percentage. His ERA is at 2.48. But kind of crazy. So he has not pitched 200 innings or made 30 starts since. Give me a year.
200 innings and 30 starts.
Or 30 starts.
Or 30 starts. Oh wow. 2015.
Yeah, that's so weird that it's like you looked it up or something. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like just right away, just guess it.
Yeah, that's what I got, dude. 2015. I'm just trying to remember. That's been a long time.
But yeah, I mean, and you look at the innings: 130 last year, 126 the year before, 121 the year before that. You would think they would hope for like a little more, but obviously that rotation is shaping up pretty good. With him, Yamamoto, Glasnow, and then obviously the following year when they get Ohtani.
Oh yeah.
Am I crazy to say this? But I don't know what it is. I guess it's because we've seen them have a loaded team before and not win. We saw it with the Braves last year. I have a feeling like this year it's like they're probably going to win 110 games. Yeah. But I would not be surprised if they don't even make the World Series.
I know, dude. Every year it's like that.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I mean, I understand last year they had some injuries, but like even in I feel like last season leading up to the postseason and in the postseason, like Freeman didn't really hit well.
And Clayton got bombed.
Clayton gets bombed. Mookie Betts was nowhere to be found either. Like they just, I don't know, dude. They just don't play well in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're not a postseason team.
I just don't get it.
And the thing is too, you think just because we compare them to like our teams and stuff, and it seems like, oh, I mean, they've had so much success, all these division titles and stuff. But the fact is, I mean, they do have one title since '88. You know what I
That's
mean?
really bad.
But that perception doesn't feel like that.
It doesn't.
So it is interesting, but I think it is good for baseball to have Kershaw with the Dodgers, because you don't see guys spend their whole career with teams anymore, especially somebody
Right.
like a Hall of Famer like Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah.
Also yesterday, speaking of players, staying with the same team, Jose Altuve, 5 years, $125 million to stay in Houston. And the deal will take him all the way through his age 39 season.
No surprise there.
What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, I'm not surprised he's going to be a career Astro. I guess good contract for him. I mean, he's still playing well, Altuve.
I was telling Josh Bean, I mean, I guess because the fact, he's 33, he'll turn 34 this season. I was saying I actually thought dollars wise that it was actually a little light per season. I don't know what you think about that.
What do you think it should be? Like, what were you
I wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying market value wise, I was thinking, I don't know, between 30 and 35 million.
Yeah, I guess so.
I know Houston doesn't like to give out, big contracts.
Right.
Also, it's kind of, he only played 90 games because he got he got injured in like the beginning of last season.
Yeah.
Right?
Hand?
Yeah, I think it was a hand injury. Right? But I mean, the numbers, obviously, he's one of my least favorite players of all time. Let's be real here. But last year, 90 games, 17 home runs, 51 RBIs, stole 14 bases, slugged 522. For his career, he's a 307 hitter, 2,047 hits, and 293 stolen bases. What's kind of interesting, because we haven't really seen this literally since, I guess, the Black Sox. You think he gets into the Hall of Fame?
Probably not.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah. It's like,
I would say no.
And do you feel like that's justified?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got caught red-handed, like cheating. So
yeah,
and it was like a pretty big scandal.
Yeah. Like, do you think also too, like the way that Rob Manfred handled this situation? Like, do you think it was like one of the worst handled situations of all time? The fact that players full immunity.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit.
And like you're gonna punish the manager and the general manager more when the players are the one that are actually doing it.
Yeah, literally. Oh my gosh, so stupid. I remember watching that AJ Hinch interview afterwards.
He's such a loser.
Such a loser, right?
Yeah. And it is kind of tough too, because I was actually texting Josh B about this yesterday, because he sent me the news article, that the extension had went through. And I know we've talked about this before, but it's been a while. But that year pisses me off. I feel like that the way we played, it was like the Cinderella run, on the precipice of going back to the World Series. And I still think, despite them cheating, knowing that they're cheating, I still think we should have beaten them. Any thoughts there? I mean, I just feel like we didn't score in Houston.
Yeah, no, literally just didn't score in Houston. And then obviously Chapman.
Yeah. But I still, like I said, I just think like, well, if we just scored, because the cheating had nothing to do with like how the pitching was getting us out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if we just, scored 6 runs that game, Chapman might not have been in the game.
Exactly. Yeah, very true.
Tough one to think about, but redemption story this year. And it was funny too. I was texting Josh B, and I think he was cracking up. So I was saying like, I'm really high expectations for this year. So riled up, just specifically because of Soto. And he was like, oh, well, I mean, it's baseball. One guy doesn't make a difference. But then I was like, well, when the Oakland A's have more hits than you in a season, I think that logic goes out the window.
Yeah, it's kind of not good.
That was like I feel like it's unbelievable. Like the guys that they were trying out, Jake Bowers, Willie Calhoun.
Oh, God.
I almost think we'll never see that again. I think that was like the low point. Obviously, wins wise, it was a low point in 30 years, but I don't think it'll ever get to that level again. I think that really like kind of put shockwaves through the organization.
You think Hal felt a little bad?
A little. No, but also, you know how he is. He doesn't want to have to talk, but also
Mhm.
he wants to be liked too.
Right.
So the fact that he wasn't, I think that really that season definitely like would you say that like you could have seen them not getting Soto if instead last year they made the playoffs as a wild card and like lost in like the division round that maybe they wouldn't have gotten Soto.
Yeah,
But because
maybe.
it was like it's so embarrassing. Like
Mhm.
you're getting booed off the field. Like
Yeah.
you got it.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know though, because I don't know. Because I feel like even if it didn't end up, even if it was a wild card and you still
Yeah.
lost, I mean, people still
Are
would have
still
been
pissed. Yeah,
demanding
like,
for
would
Soto, and
Boone and
he would have been out there
Yeah.
still. So,
Yeah.
but
And,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
and I think too the way that Cashman looks at things, it really like I know Michael King and everything, but Drew Thorpe, but it's like it seems like a pennies on the dollar situation, just given the age of Soto and
Mhm.
what a player he is.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, dude.
So I can't wait to see I can't wait to see him in Yankee Stadium. Let's go.
We're gonna see him opening day.
Home opener, April 5th.
So
Tony.
cool, dude.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. Is right.
I was looking it up too. Mets is March 28th.
That's right.
Pumped.
Pumped. The Brewers, dude.
Yeah. I'm trying. Oh, yeah. We don't know.
Peralta.
Peralta.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that now. I mean, I know there's so much time ahead, but like, how do you feel about getting the W opening day? Because I really want to throw down on the Mets, but it's like, we got to get the job done. I mean, Senga, feel good about that. Peralta, though, will the struggle?
Yeah, I think it's the Brewers, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
They can beat the Brewers opening day.
Yelich, though. Imagine if he goes deep.
He's not gonna.
Kev Do says, I've never seen someone stroke the Yankees' ego like Barr and shake my head. And I'm trying to think, though, what did I say that was so like egotistical in what I was just saying? I feel like all I said was that they should have won in 17. They should have scored more. How is that like
should have scored more?
But how is that stroking the ego? I feel like it's not.
I mean, I guess so. Maybe it was the redemption year this year.
Yeah. Also, that does sound like a little Mets fan in him. I mean, let's be honest.
No,
the bitter Mets
nothing
fan.
to do with it. Any other fan would say the same thing, Brian. Okay.
You're not waiting for baseball season.
Yeah, dude.
Oh God. We were talking about this yesterday. He says the mortgage, the law of averages. And obviously, referring to the Yankees getting back to where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
I mean, how realistic is it? Because I know everybody's so hot on the Orioles. How realistic is it in your eyes that the Yankees can win the division?
Against the obviously, assuming their top competitor is the Orioles,
right?
I don't know, dude. 60-40 chance in favor of the Yankees, maybe. I think it's pretty close.
Okay, yeah, because I think listen, the Orioles are gonna be good, but it's not. It's not gonna be like, oh my God, the Yankees like finished out of the Orioles. Like it's like not that crazy.
No, yeah, but I will say a lot of it depends on the Yankees starting rotation. If your rotation is good, then I mean, yeah, that'll help your chance. But if your rotation like come down the stretch of the season in September, August, and you're struggling injuries, people getting just popped left and right. You need to put bullpen starters out there. I mean, I just can't see that happening at that point.
So I was going through I guess it depends how they set up their rotation.
Yeah.
But when we go to the home opener, so it'll be the 8th game of the season because it's a 4-game set in Houston and then a 3-game set in Arizona. So it'd be the 8th game of the season. So that would mean the 3rd starter, 2nd time through the rotation. So I'm guessing it's going to be Stroman.
Right.
Because I would think they'll go with Rodon as the 2 starter.
Yeah, you would hope so. Yeah. No.
And then Nestor as a 4. Is that how you would line it up after Cole or no?
No, I'd probably do Rodon, Nestor, and then
Stroman as the 4.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But because I didn't think you were too hot on a Rodon bounce back.
I don't know, dude. I mean, I think I'm more hot on his bounce back than Nestor's, to be honest.
Just because of the track record.
Yeah. Plus, Rodon's like, I don't know, he's got like a big body, like he throws like angrily, like that kind of works in his favor.
Yeah, no, and that's why, me, and I'm sure I didn't even know Josh B at this point, but obviously Matthew as well. We were so jacked up when they got wrote down because it seemed like this guy's intense. He's going to be perfect for the playoffs. Yeah. And then 6 ERA, kiss the fans, but big redemption. This is a big year. This completely changes the narrative for him.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good year. So let's go. So pumped for baseball.
Let's go. So pumped.
Really, though, so pumped.
Yeah, me too, dude.
But let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle. It's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rink Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn. Side of the net between the legs and they score! Filthy! David Pastrnak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
We got some work to do. We have to update the picks, Tony, still.
All-Star from All-Star. Holy shit. Okay.
So if you could just go back to first the team competition. So I guess All-Star Saturday.
Okay, yeah, hold on. NHL All-Star.
And last time we updated, you were up 10. So we'll see if I was able to make up any ground.
Yeah, so we got going on here. Skills competition final scores. Here we go, dude. Oh shit.
No, this is though.
Okay, obstacle course.
But okay, we could do that too.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to do this?
I mean, I had it in order, but it doesn't matter. If you have that up, we'll do that.
Okay.
You ready?
Obstacle course.
Which I'm showing fastest skater.
Okay, let me go down to fastest skater. Hold on.
I had Cale Makar.
Fastest skater, Connor McDavid.
Okay, one-timer Austin Matthews.
Nathan McKinnon.
Passing challenge Leon Draisaitl.
Pedersen.
Hardest shot David Pastrnak.
All right, hold on. I think I have to go back up now. Yeah, we should have done it in the
like
how it's on the website. Yeah. Oh, like 3 days ago. Yeah. One timers. Hold on. Stand by. Passing challenge. Hardest shot. Cale Makar.
Stick handling Kucherov. Probably not.
McDavid.
Terrible. And then accuracy McKinnon.
McDavid.
All right. And then for you, fastest skater McDavid.
That's correct.
So that's one. One-timer Austin Matthews.
Sorry, hold on. What was my spell? Okay. Fastest skater, one timer. No, McKinnon.
Passing challenge Quinn Hughes.
No.
Hardest shot Cale Makar.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Accuracy JT Miller.
No. Wait, sorry. Accuracy. Oh, McDavid won. Stick handling.
McDavid.
Yeah.
So 3.
Yeah.
So you got me 3 there. And then now go to the team competition.
Like the actual game?
The All-Star games, yeah.
Let's see, where was the... Maybe it was somewhere else.
If you go to just scores and then go to last Saturday, it'll come up.
Oh, yeah, on ES. Yeah, good call. Went too far. Bang. Okay. So we had Team McDavid beating Team McKinnon 4-3. In the final, we had McDavid beating Matthews 7-4. Is that kind of
okay? So you had McKinnon first round, they lost.
Yeah.
Matthews first round, they
won.
They won. So that's 1.
Yeah.
So that's 4, and then Matthews winning.
Yeah.
5. Okay, so 5. So you have 98.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I had the first 2 here.
You definitely had McDavid Matthews, right?
McDavid and Hughes.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I just get 1.
You got 1 there.
All right, so it's 98 to 84, and then we just had to update last night, I believe, or did we do 2 rounds of picks?
Monday?
Yeah.
Monday we definitely did.
All right, well, hold on a second. So 84 points, and then Tony 98. Okay, so go to, this would be what?
Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had Maple Leafs in the over, Rangers in the over.
So Maple Leafs and the under, so 0, so 1,
85,
and then Rangers in the over, another 1. Oh, just
so 2, so 86.
Yeah, 86.
Okay, and then you had Rangers in the over, Maple Leafs in the under, so that's 3.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 101. I don't think we've ever hit that many points.
I don't think so either.
So 101 to 86. So let me
Correct.
just update that. And then you have the scores from yesterday.
Yes, got him right
so
here.
Bruins in the under,
Just 1,
Sabres in the over,
0,
Panthers in the under.
1.
So 2,
Mhm.
Panthers in the under,
Just did that one.
Penguins in the under,
That's 2 right there. So 4.
4, Canadians in the under,
Just 1, 5,
Hurricanes in the over,
0,
Avalanche in the over,
1. That's 6,
Oilers in the under.
1. That's 7.
Okay, so I have 93. So
Yeah.
already you're up 8 without making any picks, which is just lovely. All right. And then for you,
Yeah.
let's see. So we got Bruins in the under,
1,
Stars in the under,
2. That's 3,
Panthers in the over,
0,
Jets in the under,
1. That's 4,
Canadians in the over,
2. That's 7,
Canucks in the under,
2. That's 9. That's 8.
Avalanche in the over,
Just 1,
and then Golden Knights in the under.
2. That's 11.
113 to 93. So you're up 20. Let me just update that. So hopefully we're coming for some redemption today.
A lot of redemption day, dude. Big redemption day.
All right. So it's nice to get that updated though, because that was kind of like stressing me out. There was like so much stuff to
Yeah,
go
that was a
over.
lot, dude. Wow.
But yeah, so taking a look, we had just kind of went over. There were a lot of games in the NHL yesterday. What pops off the page? I mean, first score on the list here, the Flames 4-1 in Boston.
Yeah.
It is just I don't get what it is with the Bruins. Like it's like I guess they've been like it reminds me of the Rangers, but I think they haven't had as many inconsistencies, but 9 overtime losses too. But what do you think it is in a game like this? Just kind of sleeping coming out of the break?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, coming out of the All-Star break is always a little tough. I really do think sometimes their defense fucks them up a little bit.
Yeah.
They're a very, very young defense. McAvoy is good, obviously. Hampus Lindholm is solid. But I mean, Kevin Shattenkirk should not even be on the team, dude. And then the rest of the guys are too young. So I think that's where it comes into like why they give up so many goals sometimes. And I guess the Flames were just hot. I mean, Kadri, 3 assists in one game. Don't think I've heard that at all this season.
Huber do 3 points.
Yeah, a goal and 2 assists. Dude, getting Kuzmenko, I think, is huge. He had a goal. That's the guy from Vancouver who I was like, why would they trade him?
Right. Well, who was the trade for? Oh, for Lindholm?
It was
Lindholm.
Elias Lindholm. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so I mean, who knows? I mean, there are big names on this Flames team, but they obviously haven't translated into wins.
Right.
The Stars obviously had a great first half of the season and continue their winning ways in Buffalo. Odinger, 47 saves, 2-1 victory there. You don't really hear many people mention him, like talk about him that much. I mean, he's probably one of the best goalies in the league.
Yeah, I feel like maybe you just don't hear about it because he's in Dallas, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, last season, the year before that, he's a huge reason why Dallas is competitive.
And speaking of being competitive, I mean, I think Torts deserves a little credit. 2-1 over the Panthers in Sunrise, Florida, yesterday. I mean, without Carter Hart, we know what is it? Connecty.
That guy, yeah. We
he had
should
a
really
goal,
look it up, dude.
and 2 assists. So he obviously, had a strong performance there. But given the roster that he has to work with, you would think he would be like in the running for Coach of the Year, right?
You would think so. Let's see.
Konechny. Not even that hard to say. It's like saying Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, sure, dude.
So yeah, they get the win there. Penguins 3-0 over the Jets. Tristan Jarry pitching the shutout. And it's interesting,
Tristan Jarry.
The veterans, Jarry's pretty good in that, but like I was saying, I just still like you really could see like them making a run. I just feel like it's just going to be first round. Maybe they win the first round and that's it.
I could see if they do make it, it's first round exit.
Yeah.
Because that deep into the season too, if they can't handle a 7-game postseason series, I don't think.
Yeah, the legs are too tired.
Yeah, and it also Jari's got to be on it for them to be good, and
Right.
he's I think slow start to the season, been good as of late, but yeah, depends.
We saw the Canadiens get to 500 with
Look
a
at that.
5-2 win in Washington.
The Caps are so bad.
Yeah. So Montembeault with 37 saves.
He's so good.
Yeah. No, he's been solid the last year plus here. So big win for them. The Canucks 3-2 over the Hurricanes. Lindholm
With
2
2 goals.
So Canucks obviously tore it up in the first half and now moved to 34, 11 and 5. I mean, can the Canucks make a Stanley Cup final?
Canucks, absolutely.
Yeah.
Bozier? Yeah. I mean, it's about time. I mean, I don't think he was first overall, but he was probably like top 5 pick. Way back when. Had nothing to show for it really. But at this point, I mean, their core, again, adding Lindholm obviously now looks good because he scored 2 goals last night. We'll see how that looks down the stretch. But they certainly bolstered their offense in a team that is so talented already on offense. JT Miller, people forget that, when Rangers traded him Tampa Bay for like fucking nothing, bro.
Were you tight at the time?
At the time, yeah, kind of. There was the one guy who was the guy, Vladislav Nemetsnikov, I think his name was, from Tampa Bay, young dude, supposed to be good, trash bag.
Wow.
Trash bag, dude.
Yeah.
And now look at JT fucking killing it.
Was it a cap crunch thing? Is that why they traded him? Or
I think it was, yeah, and it was during the rebuild. So they were looking to get rid of any big contract, any and everyone, really.
Yeah.
So
why am I blanking? That was under David Quinn? Or that was before David Quinn?
I think that was Quinn. That was Quinn.
Yeah. So yeah, the Canucks get the big win there. Surprise in New Jersey. Devils 5-3 over the Avalanche. This is a game, they were leading 3-1. Avs tie it up, but then the Devils with 2 goals in the final couple minutes here to pull out this win to go to 25-20. So kind of surprising, first half of the season, Avalanche clearly one of the best teams in the entire league. They dropped 2 here in their, I guess, Northeast road trip. But I don't think there's too much reason to be concerned. Obviously, they were playing their backup goalie in this one. Any thoughts here on the Devils pulling this one out?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think this is certainly a game you would expect Colorado to win. The Devils without Jack Hughes. But I guess Colorado, yeah, like you said, just starting off the second half of the season on the road trip, just maybe a little bit of an off their groove. They only won 37% of their faceoffs. That's a stat that really pops out to me. Who knows? Maybe they're just like they haven't come back down to earth from the All-Star game. I don't know, dude. But Nico Hischier, 2 assists for the Devils there. He's barely played this season because of injuries, so I'm sure they're nice to have him back. Dawson Mercer with the goal. It looks like some of their guys. Andre Palat, who's been injured the entire season too, was back with an assist. So it seems like the Devils, maybe got some talent back. I think the only one who's hurt right now is Hughes, which again, they get Hughes back. They're going to start looking like a better team. And then I mean, look at this, like Vanacek, 35 saves.
Where's that been all season?
Where the fuck has that been, dude? I mean, looks like a Devils team going into the playoffs last season.
Right.
Is what this looked like last night. They give that up. I mean, great for them. They can make a run, but I mean, goaltending. Like, where are you, dude? You gotta be consistent.
You
gotta stay healthy.
You would think that they'll try to upgrade that position, at least get a competent backup.
Who knows? Make a push for Montembeault.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. The mighty have fallen. Winning streak's over for Edmonton. What was it? 16, right?
It was
16, but they fall in Vegas 3-1. I know you got a little chuckle probably reading the box score on that one. McDavid shorthanded goal though. First period is 21st. Maybe scores a little more here in the second half of the year. But Vegas getting the goals from Roy, his 10th. Chandler Stevenson, who's had a quiet year with his 9th, and then William Karlsson, empty netter, his 16th.
Yeah.
Hill was pretty good in net, 30 of 31.
Very good.
What are your thoughts on Vegas? Kind of a great start,
Very
terrible
good
in
there.
between. They're dealing with the Eichel injury. I mean, are they still, top in the West or a top contender in the West?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, 30, 15, and 6. They have a tremendous amount of talent offensively. You mentioned Carlson, Barbashev, obviously Marshall Shaw as well. And again, I mean, they have great goaltending. Like both of their goaltenders are really good. Aiden Hill, tremendous job this season. He was a third string goaltender last season. I don't even remember.
Oh, okay. Well, because there was
Um,
Logan Thompson, right?
Yeah,
And then Jonathan Quick, who didn't play.
Yeah.
He barely played at all, but they did acquire him.
Yeah. But Hill making that run in the playoffs was tremendous. And just like the Panthers organization as a whole, Hill is still riding that high into this season. He's posting some tremendous numbers. And I mean, if you're a team like the Knights who has, I mean, they have great defense and great goaltending. I mean, Zach Whitecloud is great. Alex Petrangelo is great. So I mean, they're certainly a contending team. I mean, they're still top 3 in the West. No,
Yeah, no, they are. I was just saying because it just is looked. Remember, they were losing those home games and stuff. But I guess all the top teams. I mean, we've seen with the Rangers, the Bruins.
That shit is going to happen.
Yeah. And then we got 3 games tonight. Obviously, Rangers back in action. Doubleheader on TNT. 7:00 Lightning at Rangers. 9:30 Wild at Blackhawks, and also there's an ESPN power play game. Stars at Maple Leafs, which is a pretty good matchup. So 2 out of 3 games, featuring some pretty interesting matchups here. I did check Daily Face-Off, like you had suggested. They have Shesterkin unconfirmed in there, going up against Vasilevsky. We talked about this yesterday, but you like that move. You think it's necessary.
I do think it's necessary. Let's not lose our heads here, okay? Why? What?
No, it just seems like this is a lie. But it says the tickets start at $69 tonight
For the Rangers game?
Yeah.
In the Garden?
Yeah, doesn't that seem like just a flat out lie though?
Yeah, it does seem like a flat out lie. Who says that? ESPN?
ESPN. Who said that? Salicata?
Yeah. You love that, dude.
Because I swear to God, the first time you said that, I was not expecting it.
Yeah.
And it was just so fucking funny. Dude.
Me too.
So game time has 123, but I haven't checked Ticketmaster.
I'm on Vivid right now. 86 seems to be the cheapest.
86.
And then you go, and then one ticket.
It's probably around 120, I'm guessing.
Yeah, dude, it's bullshit.
Yeah. Just the deals have not been there. This
Yeah,
year.
it's a shame. But I guess in regards to this game tonight, I'm actually not sure how the Lightning were doing before the All-Star break. I feel like they were doing pretty solid. Yeah, they won 4 of the last 5, 3-game winning streak, beating the Devils, beating Arizona, beating Philly, losing to Detroit, beating Buffalo. I mean, I guess you could say, let's go. I mean, dare I say what the Rangers have in favor here for themselves in terms of this matchup, Brian?
That's you, Tony, not me. Coming for your phone?
My phone.
Does that make you feel like ghosts are real? No,
Maybe.
I don't believe in it. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I don't know.
But
I
people
don't know what that would
you
be.
heard those people you say something like that. Don't say that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Here's
dude.
the ghost. It's
Oh, dude.
so ridiculous. So ridiculous. But I really do think tonight is a huge game. You just win.
Yeah.
Win tonight. You have to win tonight.
No, that's what I mean. I feel like the Rangers having a game under their belt since the All-Star break, it works in their favor. And the fact that the Lightning, yes, on a 3-game win streak with the last 5 games, I mean, these teams, not that they played bad teams, but the teams they have played have not been playing well. Flyers were still adjusting without Carter Hart. They scored 6 goals, obviously win. Arizona sucks. New Jersey's struggling with injury and goaltending. They scored 6 goals, right? So it's like, you'll be like, oh, wow, dude, they scored 18 goals in the past 3 games. Like, we'll pump the brakes. Look at these teams that they were playing. Detroit, they lost to 2-1 when Detroit was kind of struggling. So, I mean, I feel like the Rangers, like I said, have that going for them in the sense where their guys are warmed up. If they score what they did in the sense against Colorado, I mean, their defense played well against Colorado. They scored 2 times. They were resilient. They never gave up. And, of course, Jonathan Quick was a great goaltender, which was a big reason why they won. So, in my eyes, like you said, this isn't only a big game for the Rangers in terms of needing to win and beat the Lightning here, but it's just a big game for Igor because, like I said, you look at Colorado and they were firing on all cylinders the entire game. I mean, and you would anticipate the Rangers to do that offensively and defensively. Now, goaltending will be the only question. But I will say the Rangers do have to come out like they did against Colorado. I mean, you watch that game; they were getting shorthanded opportunities the first period like nobody's business. You know, they were just playing great, quick hockey with just tremendous vision and creativity on the ice. And that's what they need to do in every game. But like I said, a lot of this is going to fall on Igor's shoulders. So let's fucking go, dude.
And you look at it. What's his name? Vasilevsky has the same save percentage as he almost identical numbers between goals against and save percentage.
Yeah, literally almost identical numbers.
He's obviously coming off the injury and obviously with them winning these games. But you look at those wins there. I mean, they're letting up 3 goals in each game. So he hasn't been the same.
No.
Do you feel like they're in a similar spot? I mean, other than the numbers that, it's like this is kind of a big stretch for them. Like, are they going to prove the second half of the season that they are still in the upper echelon of goalies in the league? I mean, judging by the numbers, you'd think so.
Yeah, you would think so. Vasilevsky, by the way, last time he faced the Rangers,
they lost 5-1 on the 30th.
Yeah,
December.
Yeah, 5 goals, dude. That's what you want to see right there. I don't know. Normally, ESPN gives you like his last 10 games, the last 10 starts too, which is kind of annoying.
ESPN bet messing things up.
Yeah, maybe. Who the hell knows?
Before we do the Chell Frenzy, I believe we do have some comments.
We have quite a few comments to get to. Just check Instagram. No comments from Instagram. No worries there. Let's see. Oh boy, we'll start back up from Kev Do. He says, Barnes, you need to give up on making any sports picks.
He also did say, though, before that, let's name this part the world of the Yankees. And it's like, Kev, we talk about everything. We were talking about the Dodgers, talking about the A's relocation. We were talking about the Mets. Okay. So let's not get it twisted. Obviously, yes, we are going to emphasize the Yankees. And I'm giving the Mets a fair shake this year. If they surprise, everyone and have a really good year, we're going to talk a lot about them, Kev. But as well as I do, I mean, they haven't given us too much to smile about the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So, this is a big year for both teams.
Of course, dude. We also have Michael Buckta in the house. He says, boys, last night I kicked Tatum's booty in pool. And I was doing the L dance in his face all night. And then he says, Dodgers signed Kershaw for a year. And then back to Tatum, who is trash, he says. And then Buckta also says, today marks 1 year since LeBron became the all-time leading scorer.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Michael Buckta.
JB also says another big game for the Rangers, that is. And then he says need to put together a good stretch of games here. Yeah, I think we talked the season, talked about yesterday, the upcoming schedule. We have this game, and then it's like
Calgary,
Detroit,
Montreal,
Calgary, Montreal, something like that.
There's one other game, and then the Islanders game.
Yeah.
Which, first matchup of the season, but it's just a game you want to win. Like, go win that game. And it's pretty awesome that it's going to be at MetLife, too, which is pretty cool.
That is sick, dude. We're going to be watching it together.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's fucking go, dude. The White Claws.
You really think Josh B is going to get crazy?
Yeah, he's taking the train.
White Claws?
Yeah.
Is he really taking the train?
No, I'm going to make him get crazy.
Is he taking the train, really?
Yeah, he's training in.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
well, he obviously knows the system, knows how to get there.
He's
I
a
might
man of
train
the system,
to
dude.
be honest.
Yeah, then you can train back with him, honestly, too.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, though, what's the, like, is it all kind of the same distance-wise? Like, the Bridgeport train station to here, like the Bridgeport train station, Fairfield Metro, it's like the same thing?
Bridgeport is probably closer.
Yeah. But if it was you, Fairfield Metro.
Yeah, probably. Especially at night. I mean, you're drunk.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
No, but coming here, it
Coming
might
would be
make
fine.
sense to go there. Yeah. And Josh B saying choo choo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. I just, like I said, especially too, because the Islanders have had our number, I feel like, the last couple of years. Thinking back to the game we went to and stuff, like, let's take care of business here.
Oh, yeah, we have to.
So you know what else I was thinking about too? Remember, we were like, is it like uneven with like home and away with them? But it's because this is like really a neutral site game. So it's like really 1-1 at each arena.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. And I honestly haven't I've seen stuff here and there. I've seen highlights, but I don't think I've ever watched an outdoor game start to finish.
Really?
Yeah, or I've had it on in the background, but I've never honed in on an
Dude,
entire
they're
outdoor
so
game.
sick.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fucking time.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a time. So a lot of good stuff coming up, but it is time, Tony, for a hockey frenzy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another day, another dollar around the National Hockey League. We're starting hot and heavy here. We got 3 big games tonight, people. 7 p.m. starting off the action in Toronto as the Dallas Stars taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Of course, we have the Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews, hot off the All-Star break. But the Stars, you just mentioned Odinger not getting enough credit here. But Toronto is minus 145. Dallas plus money on the road. I mean, tough not to pick Dallas here when they're plus money. Not a lot of times will you see that over-under set at 6.5. Brian, what do you think?
The problem is, Tony, and I don't know if I'm dating myself, if Wedgwood is still the backup or not. I did have Daily Faceoff pulled up, but you would imagine Odinger on a back-to-back, not going to be drawing the start. I did just have this pulled up, so I'm going to look at it one more time here. So it is, Odinger, they're saying unconfirmed, but you think likely to change? Because, I mean, we never see goalies back-to-back days making starts.
Yeah, I know. We very rarely see that. I would say likely to change.
Okay, so that being said, I have to go with Toronto here. I just don't like, Dallas on a back-to-back. I just don't think that's a recipe for success. As good as they've been, I think Toronto, especially looking for blood a little bit here, coming off the disappointing loss to the Islanders. So give me Toronto and the over. We're going to say Maple Leafs 5-3. Josh B. Austin Matthews with the hat trick.
Oh, my goodness. All right, moving on here. Next game up, we have 7 p.m. Oh, the Rangers, of course. How could I forget the Rangers here? They're taking on the Lightning.
Wait, you're not going to give your pick?
Oh, my bad. That's right. I didn't. Sorry, my fault. Maple Leafs. I know. It is tough, dude. That's probably why I didn't say anything. Give me Stars and the under. Stars and the under. I don't care. Okay. Next game. Whatever, dude. Rangers at home. MSG. The Lightning torching Stamkos. Kucherov probably going to come out to booze after his he was high at the All-Star. I don't even know what. Dude, must have been. Dude.
Yeah.
Because he got booed there. It's actually kind of disrespectful to the fans. Karma is a bitch, the New York Rangers will say, as the Rangers, Igor's first shutout of the season. They win 3-0, dude.
Wow.
What do you think, dude? I know I gave my pick a little early there.
Yeah.
A little hot here.
Rangers I'm not going to say that. Wait, and what's the total? Is it 6.5 or no?
Oh, I got to check. Sorry. I hate how it's 6.5. Yeah.
Okay. So, I hate to have exactly the same pick as you, but I actually
got it, dude.
Written it in on my laptop here. But I love the narrative. Igor returning to form. I'm not going to say shutout, but I will say it's going to be a Ranger 4-2 victory. Let's not get crazy. And let's say Igor 28-30 in that. I mean, that's a solid. Okay, let's go now.
Yeah, absolutely. So what'd you say? You said Rangers in the under?
Yeah, we both have that.
Absolutely love it. Next game up here, we have the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Minnesota Wild. Speaking of the Wild, this game is kind of a wild card for me, to be honest. 9:30 p.m. TNT, hockey night over here. The Chicago plus 180 at home. We know how trash they are. The over-under, I would imagine, is 5.5. Yes, it is. Brian, what do you think about this game here?
This is very interesting here. But you look at this, and actually, Mazurek has outplayed Gustafsson this year. Gustafsson is 13-2, 3.28 goals against. Save percentage in Igor, like 0.896. Does have 2 shutouts on the year. And while Mazurek's win-loss is 12-19-1, we know about Chicago struggling without Connor Bedard. He's got a 2.92 goals against and a 9-10 save percentage with 1 shutout. So I'm going to say battle of the tenders, Chicago, maybe as Tony would say, some dirty goals here to win this one. An under 2-1. Done.
Absolutely love it. And there you go.
But your pick.
Oh, my God. That's right, dude.
Did you sleep last night? Really?
Losing it, dude. What did you say? You said Wild and...
No. Blackhawks in the under.
I'm going to take
Pass
Wild and the over, dude. I think Wild will be scoring a ton. Blackhawks will be absolutely dead in the water. So 5.5. I say Wild win this one 4-2.
All right. So we love to see that, and that is the hockey frenzy.
Yeah.
Were you under 4 last night in the bed?
In the bed.
I knew you were gonna get.
I mean, come on, dude. Who says that?
True.
I don't think so, dude. I probably got home around midnight.
Okay, and then you got up at 6.
Yeah,
So you were 5, basically.
probably 5 again. Yeah,
Tough.
it is tough, dude.
What would you say for you? No ounce of tiredness. What do you need? Is it 6? Is it 6.5?
I mean, I guess
7?
I feel like it would have to be like, probably honestly, at 6.5 I could do with. That's like
Perfect. Like
phenomenal.
you're running
dude.
4
Yeah,
miles. Right
literally,
away.
dude.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Better night sleep tonight, earlier night, or what do you think? No, late night.
Yeah, probably late night with gaming corner tonight.
Oh
after
shit.
class.
What are you playing?
I think we're doing like a Nintendo thing because obviously tomorrow we're doing Boathouse.
Right.
So we want to set up for the gaming corner there tonight.
Gotcha,
do the
gotcha,
gaming corner
gotcha.
in the Boathouse.
Nice.
Take advantage of that. So I think I talked to Mike again. We might just be doing the Nintendo Bonanza, dude. But if not, if it's just me solo dolo, I'll be ripping some Pokemon, dude.
Wow, you haven't gone Pokemon in a while.
I know. That's why I was like thinking this week we can do it. But also let's see, with the chats about the Discord, because last time we did Nintendo, we did like Smash Bros. Online with the crew. That was sick.
Okay.
Keith was in the house, dude. So we'll play it by ear a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And do we have a rough start time?
7 p.m. normal.
7 p.m.
Yeah.
in the Boathouse.
In the Boathouse, dude. We're talking big screen,
There we go.
big cameras, big deals. And of course, like tomorrow, you're like, I don't know if have you looked in the Boathouse? Like it's set up for an event.
Yeah, I've been into the Boathouse, but I haven't been there in a while.
No, I'm saying like
Oh, there's an event today.
there was an event last weekend, I think, or 2 weekends
Okay.
ago, and it's still set. So like,
Oh, you're saying that we're gonna
the
be in there.
giant
with
monitor
everything set
wall set up with the stage, has couches, there's like tables
on
set
stage
up.
is gonna
Like,
be kind of crazy.
dude, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
And we
that's
have like, it's gonna be sick. We're gonna do it up real nice, dude.
Because what is it? Following us, there's another event or something.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, I don't know.
I thought Renee was saying that.
It's
yesterday, right?
possible. I don't know though.
Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Obviously, the big 7-0-0, which is just
Tomorrow.
every time. Obviously, it's like week 17.
Yeah, dude.
Just ridiculousness. How about a little hi-dee, hi-ho, gentlemen, on this fine Wednesday morning from Ryan McNeil?
Hello, Ryan McNeil.
Remind me one more time. I've asked you this 10 times.
Hi-dee-ho?
Yeah.
Home Improvement.
But what is that again?
The neighbor. Heidi ho there, neighbor.
But I'm saying, what do you mean Home Improvement? Like, what is
Oh,
that?
the show with Tim Allen.
Is that a new show?
No, 90s sitcom, Home Improvement.
90s sitcom. But how did that come about, though? Like, was it there's something with
No
you guys?
idea, no context. Don't think I've ever
The
said that to
bottle a
him.
little
Don't.
early, throw it back at Ryan McNeil just for fun. No? No?
No, never done that, dude.
Kind of one of those things, like would prefer. You
Yeah,
just never
I
know.
guess so.
I was in and out yesterday. Was he back for screen time or no? Or binge buddies? Prefer?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Do you think I'm letting prefer get to me a little too much?
No, because it's kind of it's like what the fuck
it's
now?
not funny though. He
It's
thinks
not,
it's funny,
dude.
and it's just like it's not really funny. Like you're kind of just a weirdo.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Like
know
he's
what I mean.
definitely.
like he's somebody we know undercover.
I still don't think he
You
is
don't think
someone.
so?
Nah, I still don't
You
think
think
so.
he's just like
I think he's just a guy, just another person in the
weirdo,
world. Dude.
obviously.
Yes.
And he says he lives in New York, but he probably lives in like Montana.
He said he was in
or-
prison for a while too.
He said he was in prison.
Remember when he was gone for a while? He says, "Oh, I was in prison."
Oh yeah. No. But I thought he said DTV jail. I thought he said that.
Oh yeah, maybe I could be wrong.
Yeah, but it's such an act.
Such an act.
Do you
dude.
think though I get more fired up or Michael about the whole Buffer thing?
Yeah, I
Tied?
think you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Typical Mets fan though, had to do it. Had to
Oh
do it.
my
had to do it.
goodness, dude.
But yeah, so looking forward to tomorrow morning. Everybody definitely tune in.
Another
to
early
Gaming Corner.
morning.
Yeah, 8:30 start tomorrow. So we're looking forward to having you guys with us for big number 700. But once again, would like to thank everybody for tuning in today, continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume. Merch, downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day. Enjoy Gaming Corner, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.